The city's finally under control. Now, let us retake Castle Ostia and rescue Lilina. Lord Roy, I understand your apprehension, but please be patient. We still need to break down the castle gate. Lilina. Speaking of Lady Lilina, what do you think of what Lord Hector said? You mean about dragons? They were real, not just a myth. Lord Hector was one of the greatest tacticians in Lucia, and yet his army was defeated in the blink of an eye. Not just even they can't promote super early. I mean, I usually tend to go for level 20, and the healers are usually the first one to reach. At least my primary healer is the first one to reach level 20 in Awakening or Fates, depending on whoever I choose. It doesn't matter if we go with Awakening, if it's Lissa or Maribel, or for Fates. Well, you don't have too much option there, because depending on the path, but wherever you got, basically, before. Let's see. I don't think there's too many in Conquest, and the pseudo Jagans don't really count. But yeah. I guess Awakening is a better example for this. But still, even in Fates, they reach level 20 first, aside from maybe the main character in Conquest, because there's this one chapter that's just perfectly opportunely timed for you to reach level 20 before any of the others. Burns' army is perhaps the strongest in the Lieb. I say those Wyvern Riders were indeed very formidable opponents. Of course, the Wyvern Riders must have been difficult enough. But the dragons, I can't even conceive how powerful they must be. Lord Hector mentioned a weapon that is effective against dragons. I wonder where it's hidden. I presume it must be one of the legendary weapons. Oh boy, I almost pressed B. If we can obtain those, we might have a fighting chance against the dragons. But I do wonder what the legendary weapon is doing in Ostia. Perhaps Lady Lilina knows the answer. I'm curious as well. Oh, Lord Roy, our men have finished knocking down the gate. We can enter now. Alright, forward, George. Rescue Lilina, no matter the cost. Nice. Chapter 8, Reunion. Ostia's military primarily consists of soldiers in heavy armor. With them, Castle Ostia has always been famously secure. For countless years, the castle has been said to be impregnable. However, the rumors are to be proven wrong by Roy, who, ironically, only does so for the castle's own protection. Ah, right. Now I read it correctly. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I personally like to reclass a lot. I love hard seals and second seals not so much, because I mean I do love them, but I much prefer the approach that Fates had with your level does not reset, so you don't get insanely busted just for reclassing. But yeah, I love to play my characters in other classes, so I actually keep them often in. Yeah. Oh, you mean the Einerjar or imprisoned ones or whatever? Or do you mean like Felicia and Jacob, the employed ones? Anyway, I love to reclass my units, so they often are not the conventional ones, but it's still fun. Right. Okay. Raid. Okay, no, select units first. Can you take 12 with me? It's not your fault. It's just Fate's got so many different ways to get what you could potentially want that one phrase can mean so many things, which in itself is great. Let's see. If it weren't for a bad story, Fates would be a pretty good game. Well, at least Conquest, because Conquest is really good, gameplay-wise. Let's see. I want to take Sue with me for sure. Let's unselect everyone first, and then decide who to take with me. Well, Lance for sure, Shanna, Lou, Rutger, Chad, Deke, Saul, Sue. Let's see, I can take 2 more with me. Marcus, Lorene, take Noah with me. Maybe Jared. I only have 1 healer that way though. Let's still take Lorene with me, and having someone that's already promoted alongside me could be beneficial. Not like he's a bad unit. Who do I want to go with? Noah. I think I'm gonna go with Jared. Okay. Yeah, trade. Transfer. Put all that away. Right. Here we go. Jared, I'm gonna edit your inventory greatly because I don't have anyone else using axes. You'll be my axe unit. Okay. However, maybe not full on. Let's take Iron Lance as well. There we go. Yeah. That's why I said Conquest is the best of the three of them, but the stories are, I mean, they're generally all pretty bad. So, like, if you entirely ignore anything story related, the game, I like the cast the best. If you totally ignore anything, well, except for maybe the supports in that regard, I like the characters the best out of the Fates games. I like the gameplay a lot more because it's challenging. You can even if you go grinding using the DLC, the only DLC that gives you EXP is the EXP DLC. And while that DLC sucks and I hate it, absolutely, I can actually make use of the money DLC without getting any EXP, which is the thing I love the most because I love reclassing, and for reclassing I need to buy a lot of heart seals because I don't want to use the conventional classes, but I don't want my units to get overpowered at the same time. So I grind for money. The weapons don't break because there's no durability. I grind for money without losing out on things. I can also get support points at the same time. My units do not get trained up aside from that. so I can get the children quite early without having my units be overpowered, and it's just generally super good how the DLC works in Conquest. And aside from that, just Conquest, the experience. The first time, oh boy, the first time is exhausting. It's a pain, but once you actually played through it once and you played it again, it's the challenge is no longer so overwhelming. It's still nicely challenging because you know because you know the stuff. It's not because you know all the stuff that's happening. Not that bad. And there's no ambush reinforcements compared to Awakening. So yeah, the most important part obviously is the enemies actually have skills. The enemies are actually a threat. And different objectives make a lot of stuff. It's just... the most boring one is Spur Fight, of course. That is true. I definitely would have liked a way to train weapon rank. Especially since I'm so fond of reclassing. I cannot train up my weapon rank separately. Would have been really nice if there would have been a way to do that. Yoshiden units as in the characters or the classes? I'm curious. Because, while I didn't necessarily dislike the cast, I didn't feel too strongly for most of them. I liked the characters in Conquest a lot more. The classes are a different story because they're really... well, they're new. They're all new. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Yeah, the classes are pretty cool. Definitely. Especially like, for example, the Shrine Maiden. No, that's not the... Shrine Maiden is the non-promoted one. The Priestess I liked very much. Which is basically just a reflavored, what was it? The promoted thief was called Adventurer, right. Basically a reflavored adventurer, but hey. Also, the Oni Savage class was pretty cool. Right, inventory management. Right, you're... can't use the physic yet anyway, so put that away and take a heal. Oh my god, I thought I had more heals in the backup. Clarine? Okay, you still carry another heal. Good. You take a steel sword. Chad, you put away the barrier and the killing edge. You take the slim sword for the additional avoidance as an alternative weapon. You're good. You're good. Let's put that away. Let's give you another lance. Iron. Slim. I got a few javelins, that's nice. Lance. Oh yeah, you already carry a javelin. Roy. Let's put away the blade for now. Take Vulnerary. One that Merlin has on him. There you go. But yeah, Hoshiden classes were pretty cool. Right. Chapter 8, Reunion. The enemy has broken into the castle. How could the bias have failed against them? Were those Ilian mercenaries that skilled? Or was the Lycian army larger than we expected? Yeah, they were. Master of Arms was a bit of a weird class, coming from a because the Master of Arms was basically a hybrid everything. A semi-dodge tank, a semi-HP tank, a semi-defensive tank. Had the weapon variety, the weapon options of a Raid Knight. Like a hybrid everything, which was very interesting in all aspects. And then in the end, they're not tanky at all because their level 15 skill takes a lot of their tankiness. The Bazzara, really cool class in the sense of, I mean, I'm not necessarily too big on the designs of the entire Lancer class line. I forgot what the actual name was like. Lancer was the trait you could have picked with Corrin that you so that you have that class line. But Spearmaster, right? Spearmaster was the other promotion. Whatever. Spearfighter, that's the name. Anyway, I did not necessarily like the designs too much, but mostly because I was hoping to get the design of, well, when I picked Lancer, my original one, I thought it was gonna be a Norian class and was gonna be the soldier class, basically. And that left me disappointed because the soldiers of Nor had the same design as the soldiers in Awakening, and I really liked the design of their armor and stuff like that. Just hoping for that. That's probably why I'm not too big on them, but they're still pretty cool class-wise, definitely. And ninjas, well, ninjas, right? And even after getting used to it, like the mechanists are also pretty cool. Sadly, some of the classes were pretty underrepresented, with the merchant class line. At the merchant, actually, the apothecary, which can promote into the merchant, which there was not a single character aside from Midori that started off in that class. Also, the merchant having these animations making it very questionable for a few characters that could actually enter those classes. Yeah, and Rinka's the only one with the Oni class, sadly. Could never get an Oni to hit anything. Really. Well, actually, let me finish this story segment so they can interact while playing. Whatever the case, they have broken into the impregnable castle Ostia. We must defeat them here, or we'll be a laughingstock and burn. You over there. Yes, sire. Have the troops take defensive positions throughout the castle, particularly around the throne room. We must not allow the Lycian army to any further into the castle. Of course, sire. One other matter. I want you to have Lilina quietly assassinated during the battle. What? Sire, I thought we were to keep her alive. I felt she might make a valuable hostage, but many of our rebel soldiers still swear loyalty to her. If we openly use her as a hostage, those soldiers may turn. If that's the case, sire, would they not also turn if we assassinate her? That's why I said to do it quietly, isn't it? Kill her discreetly, and say that she was hit by a stray arrow. We can't hold the enemy responsible. Now go. Yes, sire. General Roya Ferreira, I presume? Who are you, an enemy? No, I'm on your side. My name is Astor. I used to work here in the service of the Marquess. What kind of work were you... What kind of work were you doing exactly? You certainly aren't dressed like a servant. A bit nosy, don't you think, old man? I'm a spy, see? I gather information, steal things, check on people, things like that. That explains it. I'm not much of a spy, if you can tell I work for a noble at first glance, am I? I've been running around Lucia gathering intelligence for about a month now. When I heard about Arafin, I got back as quickly as my legs would allow. And what do I find but these mutton-heads, leggings, and Tobias inciting rebellion? I couldn't save Lord Hector, but I won't let them take Lady Lilina. Then you'll join us. Do you know where Lilina is? Of course, finding that stuff out is my job. Lady Lilina is locked in a small room in the heart of the castle. And Leggins is sitting on the throne like he owns the place. We have to hurry then. We must defeat the rebels and save Lilina before Notion arrives from Bern. Right. My favorite Oni character was, well, since I love reclassing, was actually in Conquest. Because the character I played in Conquest, I chose Eboncloak and married Benny with the Oni Savage as my special trait, and Oni Savage Benny is really good. I mean, Benny's generally not bad, but he's really good because he loses the armor weakness, and Conquest's basically punishing you for any sort of weakness that you have, and the Oni Savage does not have any weaknesses. So as an Oni Chieftain, he could tank everything, while still being able to deal out plenty of damage. And axes serve him well because he already has the ability to be more likely to hit anyway. Just very complimenting class for Benny. Other than that, I didn't use too many characters as Oni Savages. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. I used both Hayato and Rinka as... not Rinka. Hayato and Rajat as once before. As well as... wait, actually, I don't think I ever did that. Never mind. I was gonna say, Hisame, but no, I don't think I've actually used Hisame as an Oni Savage. Right, you've got a Javelin, and you've got the Lance. Oh. You can reach this tile, good. Let's have... might as well use Roy for this. Steel Sword, Iron Sword, the one that's about to break. Pretty slow. Right, let's have this be the tile. Sue can go over here. These. Let's see. How slow are you with the Javelin equipped? Slows you down by a lot. Yeah, you're basically at 0 speed, so I double with the steel. But do you even need that? Your attack power is 17 with steel. Yeah, no. Iron should suffice. Yeah, he's, you wouldn't expect it of him to be in such a burly looking class, to be good in such a class, but since the Oni Chieftain's also got the magics, and Hayato's actually got a pretty good strength growth as well, which he does not look like he does, but he's pretty good in general. Not in the class, but you know. Actually, he might even be technically decent as a general in class-wise. But yeah, that's not what I meant. That's over there. It's all. There we go. Yeah. Huh. I could see that. I've never had Dark Mage Hayato because I didn't want to... I'm always kind of... If there's certain things that seem way too standard, and I don't want to do them, like pairing Nyx and Hayato because they're both small, and stuff like that. Just same thing for pairing Hayato with Mozu in Birthright because they're both small. I mean, characters can be tropes, but it feels like that playstyle is a trope in itself. Like people pairing young-looking characters with young-looking characters just because they're the young-looking characters feels like such a player trope that I feel like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's the standard experience. I want to see something else. So my first file, they don't have very good chemistry, but I paired up Hayato and Rinka. The supports weren't particularly good. I very much liked Rajat with Rinka's hair color. What's all that noise? Is there a battle going on? I wish I could see outside this chamber. And also, I shouldn't be too loud. I think it was pretty loud just now. Gotta keep myself to some reasonable volume because I don't want to bother too many people being loud. But yeah. I've done that one as well. I very much my favorite Xander pairing is Charlotte. I absolutely love it. They can be fun. Sadly, I mean they're objectively worse because they lose out on one stat. But hybrid units can be fun. But yeah, it's sad that they're just objectively worse. Good thing you don't need to always play for the best team, as long as you don't play Lunatic or something like that. Right, 2 thieves now. Okay, Rutger, let's have you take care of this archer. You get stats, but maybe I should give you a steel sword as well, because you can't kill with anything but your special weapons, and I don't really want to do that at all times. Okay, you take a steel sword off the convoy to give to Rutger later on. That's fair, it's... to each their own. Everyone has characters they dislike, and there's no one. Well, there's people saying things like that, but there's no. I'll just still say it like that. There's no one saying that you aren't allowed to like dislike a character for a reason that, like, you don't have to have a logical reason to dislike a character. You can dislike a character because of, in your case, experiences, or like, not that it's not. Yeah, that was ill phrased. It's not like it's an illogical reason, but it's not just because the character is a bad person that is the only reason you can dislike them. Yeah, that was terribly phrased. But I hope you understand what I actually meant to say instead of what I actually said. But yeah, I also liked Nyx and Xander as well. Good. Oh, a thief's over there. Wait, what? That's not a thief. Did the mage just now unlock the door? That's wild. Okay. Anyway. Need to get rid of 3 enemies. That should not be any trouble. You can take care of the mage, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. You can take care of the second one here. Almost, with the iron bow. Yeah, steel bow it is then. Oh yeah, okay. Also, obviously, there's also characters that I don't very much like. Not to the extent of what some people do, intentionally killing the character because they dislike them, but enough to not really wanting to use them or pairing them with anyone you like. I mean, they still do it for the sake of having all the pairings because, well, Fates doesn't really allow you to give out on anyone if you want to have all the kits, but yeah, I don't particularly like Jacob or Perry. I also enjoy. I tend to play hard mode usually. Yeah, it can be. Wait, did this one just run away? Okay, cool. Yeah, it can be very fun to just not play optimally for the sake of having fun pairings, and then the characters are not as optimized as they can be, so the game gets harder. Perfectly fine. I like that as well. Enjoy it. Right. I never did Leo and Sakura because I thought it would be more fun to go with the contrast thing of having the younger siblings with the older siblings. In general, I much preferred it if you didn't necessarily need to pair the only lords with... If you could actually pair the lords with non-lords of the other side, that would be way better. Especially originally, when the first time I played Birthright, and I encountered Oboro and Takumi, and later on Selena. I don't actually remember the reason, But it was like, okay, and I want to, in Revelations, because I knew that Revelations was like the path where you would get everyone, in Revelations I want to pair Selena with Takumi and Oboro with Leo. That was my idea, but yeah, that never came to pass because that was not possible. That would have been fun. Generally, such a shame that I mean, I get it. It would have been insanely much to let everyone support with everyone, but in some cases just only Lords with Lords is kind of eh. So I went with them once, but I usually like the idea more of having just the whole options. So I'm more inclined to actually pair lords with the people of their own country instead of going with that. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Talking about very different builds, let's see, this one can reach with a melee weapon that space. You can do that, Roy. What I technically want to do, I still need to play. To give a bit of background, I used to do Let's Plays until I stopped because I was too lazy to upload. Wasn't to actually record, it was to upload. Yeah, and I actually did Birthright and Conquest. Sadly, Birthright was blind, Conquest was not blind. Sadly, Birthright was still with my controller above my table, so you could hear the sounds through at that point, this mic here. So the quality's kinda meh. But yeah, anyway, I also started Revelations, but then actually never finished. I did play it privately, so it's not blind. But I never finished a Let's Play of Revelations, and I've not touched the DLC yet. So, at least I skipped all the story of the DLCs that I did touch. So at some point I want to stream Revelation, but there's so many Fire Emblem games that I'll take priority over that for now. But yeah, at some point I want to do that. Anyway, what I actually wanted to say was I want to... there's some things I want to try out in when I play again. For example, do you know the growth rates of Saizo and of his son, Asugi? Asugi, right? I think it was Asugi. Normally I would think normally of his name, but I've recently started watching Ace Attorney. What's it? The old Ace Attorney, the modern one that only got fan translated, and there's a character called Asogi, and now I'm kind of not sure if he was called Asugi or what he was called, but yeah, the son of Saizo. Their growth rates, they both have very high magic growth. And Asugi actually got more magic growth than strength growth, so I want to play a magic-based Saizo and a magic-based Asugi at some point. I want to try those. I want to try those things because of his base stats, you don't play Saizo as a magical character, but yeah. Azuki's actually got, like Saizo got, I think, 55% strength and 54% magic, and Azuki got the two of them inverted, so Azuki actually got the higher magic out of the two. but you usually pair Saizo with a physical parent, so if I were to go with Orochi, for example, or well, Revelations, who were the options? Charlotte and Burka, so no, yeah, only Orochi pretty much. I could have a magical, well, if I wanted to, technically Sakura too, maybe, but not that too much to that extent, because Sakura's also got a decent amount of strength. In any case, would be interesting to see. Oh yeah. Lilina's the one that I didn't move yet. Forgot about that. Was wondering, what did I not do yet? Ah, that does sound interesting. I don't think I've ever used any magic weapons on Saizo because his base magic is pretty bad, if I remember correctly. So you don't actually consider him a magical unit. At least I didn't. So there's that, and the Flame Shuriken. No wait, did he get? Yeah, you could buy that in Birthright. But yeah, Birthright's been way long, so I don't remember too well. And Revelations just lets you have too many units. I didn't really focus too much on him. Oh yeah, another thing that I do in, well, I guess I have to say Birthright. I very much like to avoid giving the children the hair color of the characters they represent. Well, very much might be a bit of a stretch, but I like the idea of having them be their own characters. Or, well, not necessarily the characters they represent, but generally also with with other characters too. Say, the best example would be Dwyer. People saying he looks like L, so I'm not going to give him black hair, ideally. I actually like both. For both Rajat and Dwyer, I like white hair the best. Or platinum blonde, depending on who the parent is. I think it was, I think I like Rinka's blonde, which is the same as Elise's blonde, pretty much. Except for a minor change. I don't actually know. I think I'd have to take another look at how different they look, but yeah, I think they're just minorly different, if at all, actually. But yeah, I like white on both Rajat and Dwyer, and they very much look like the exact opposite of what they could be implied to have with people saying Dwyer looks like L and oh, that was a crit. I didn't think I saw an animation for that, but okay. Okay. I like to reclass Azura too, but I'm doing something different. I actually do that a lot of times by now because it's just so much fun. So, get this. You pair Azura with Arthur to make her a berserker. Azura makes for an amazing berserker. It's so unfitting, personality-wise, like Azura's a berserker, but she's so good as a berserker that it just makes it even better. Steel bow. You get slowed down by steel bow. 7, 9, so you get slowed down by 2. Speed of 4. Speed of 10. Steel bow slows you down as well by 4. Yeah. Might attack Jared if I do that. Okay, you get in there with the javelin and trade the iron bow into your hands. There. What's the range? Like this. Right. On the topic of dancers, it would be really fun if you could make someone else dancer, as long as the character that originally is a dancer isn't a dancer. Sir Both, it's a dead end. This wall has cracks in it. We can break it down if we hit it with our weapons. I wonder where Lady Lilina is. I have a pretty good idea of where she might be. I've known this castle for a long time. I do wonder what's causing all this noise, though. The Lucian army, perhaps. My brother must be with them. You can't be sure. You can't be sure he's still alive. You'd best keep your hopes low. Ah, yes, you're right. Sir Both, you must be aloof. Must you be so aloof? Boris is Wendy's only brother. We must always stand firmly in reality. Swordmaster Azura I can see too, but yeah, I really like the idea of Berserker Azura. Also, it helps with her greatest problem, thanks to the fighter skill of HP plus 5, because HP is her greatest flaw, and the Berserker also gives you a huge HP growth boost, so it's actually amazingly good for her. But yeah, it's super fun. Exactly. That's what I... Heroes gave me what I wanted. Inigo being a dancer. It's amazing. I wish he could in Awakening or Laszlo in Fates. It doesn't matter to me. I wish that was possible. I mean, not that I absolutely need it, but it's just that it would be so nice if it were at least a reclass option. It doesn't have to be the base class. Would be pretty cool. Would have been pretty cool. I sure hope they in the future installments allow something like that, but I'm not too sure. I'm gonna keep myself from saying anything about the three houses because I have no idea how I stand on that. If you want to actually, if you inform yourself, or if you don't want to get spoiled, or how your stance is on that. But yeah, I don't have my hopes up too high with that. Yeah, what I was saying with Azura, it's too bad that only Arthur can give her that class line, and she can't get it from any friend, which would have been amazing if Azura could be friends with Charlotte and fight her that way. He could still pair her up with anyone, so I could have one of my favorite pairings with Azura and Laszlo. Let's face it, it's a really good pairing, and having her be in the class at the same time. Yes, Berserker Azura is really unique because everything that every weakness that Alright, yeah, I gotcha. I'm gonna keep off that. Berserker Azura is pretty unique because everything that Berserker lacks, Azura got, and everything that Azura lacks, Berserker got. Azura lacks HP, Berserker got that. They complement each other's strength, so that's a big plus. Berserker, well, with Axis and, well, in general, not too great skill stat, but Azura's got that. So Azura's hit rate is pretty good. She doesn't really need her defense, and she's unusually high res for Berserker. And she's got a lot of HP because HP plus 5, and later on the HP growth, I think, boosts her HP growth up to 55% actually. It's pretty. It's very non-standard Berserker, but I really like it because she's fast, which is also something that berserkers should have. I don't know. It's just really unique. It's just a really unique experience in my opinion, having a berserker Azura. Also the irony, because Azura is so calm and stuff. Yeah. But it's alright, Ogier. Sir Balthur's right. As a knight of Ostia, you must always remain calm. It matters not how grave the situation. Understood, Wendy? Yes, sir. Okay, they're blue. Good. I do not have to reset to start off with force. Right, you can strike down this one. Does not kill, but someone else can easily pick up, which is good. Because you don't need the level up right away anyway. You couldn't have gotten a level up anyway. Let's see. Level 9, level 8. Can't reach. Can't reach either, but you can reach this one. Yeah, the biggest shame about my favorite Zura class thing with Berserker is that you have to pair up with Arthur. Which I don't mind the pairing, but I do like other pairings better. It's just since I like it so like her in that class a lot, I tend to do it over and over. Because who needs a dancer when you can have, well, dancers are pretty cool, but something so unique is special. True. Absolutely. Percy sure does not need that. Another neat thing. Oh wait, that was some. Never mind, that was someone else. For a moment I thought, yeah. Percy can actually be a Pegasus Knight. No, but that's generally something that Azura already has as a secondary class, so of course Percy can be a Pegasus Knight. No, that was Veruca. Because that's also a very interesting thing. Overlapping classes resulting in the granting of a different class for the child entirely. It's pretty interesting. Right, what were your stats, Wendy? 8 defense, pretty bad aside from that. Con of 10. What's yours, Ogier? I don't know if I will use any of them. A knight serving Ostia, Bor's younger sister. A knight serving Ostia, humorless and severe. Pretty boring looking. Mercenary hired in Ostia's service. Right. Yeah, I can see a short trip into the hero class helping greatly too. Level 5 is not much for Lol, definitely. And if you start off in the fighter class, you can generally get a lot of the benefits well from that. Maybe depending on things, maybe a 1 level drop would actually be enough to just shortly dip for 1 level to get that soul skill. I just saw Wendy's pink armor and got reminded of the sadness that is classing your armor knights into great knights in Fire Emblem Fates. Their armor turning blue. Was it? Yeah, I think it was blue. The class changing, not keeping the color only in one path, sadly. Oh. Let's see. Heal you up. Yeah. In my runs when I did the Azura pairing, I also had Arthur be a Berserker too, just for the sake of, because I'm not the type that uses Percy too much. But Azura getting a, I think, +7 strength from being paired up with Arthur is no small deed. +7 is a great boost in strength. I mean, not that she's weak, but +7 is +7. Was it +8? I don't remember. It's a pretty hefty boost in any case. Who didn't move yet? Oh yeah, Lena again, right. Okay, Sue, you strike this one down. Guess we'll have to resort to steal again. Okay, maybe not. Got there, Vulnerary. Steal this. Something that I really liked about Awakening, which I'm sad that Fates didn't have anymore, and well, most other Fire Emblem games, I assume. I don't actually know if that's a thing with every Fire Emblem, if there's other Fire Emblem games that are like that. The easier ones might actually be like that. Is that every unit was viable. There's not a single unit in Awakening that's absurdly bad. Sadly, Fates got that. The horror that is Revelations Gunter. I mean, Conquest Gunter is already pretty bad, but Revelations Gunter, oh boy. And in that sense, also units that are just objectively worse in any stat with objectively worse in any stat with Isame, sadly, being a really weak unit with none of his base growths over 40%, I think. Arthur doesn't actually need to be a pair-up bot, because Arthur can be a, like you said, he's a good bait unit with his high defense, and as a Berserker he's got a lot of HP and still decent defense. When Azura gets low, you can easily pull him up front and she also gives him a lot of, because of the class, she also gives him a lot of strength boost, and I don't actually remember if she gave him speed, the proper amount of speed, but that's what he's lacking to do too much, so he can still be, he doesn't necessarily need to be a para-bot, he can just be paired up with her and just have either one of them act depending on how you need your Berserker to act right now, being a tanky defensive Berserker with a huge amount of HP and good defense, or the one with the high res and a decent amount of HP, and who's also very fast and can kill probably much more reliably. It's just that he just gives such a good boost. If you want to use him as a parabot, he can definitely do that. He doesn't have to be the parabot though. Lance. No, Lance, you can actually go over there. Toss the javelin. Yeah. Oh, use him as a... Yeah, okay. That would still work if you make him a... I actually didn't read that properly, sorry. If you were to make him a Great Knight, I think he would still give you, like, maybe +5 or +6 strength. And then you could still interchange them with... I mean, they could also be separately, I don't know. It really depends on your playstyle. I like pairing up my units a lot. For one, it reduces the amount of units that you need to worry about at one time. Not necessarily as in keeping an eye out that they're safe, but mostly in the sense of you don't need to move 20 units every single turn. But yeah. It could still work with other classes. I think he just gives generally, I mean, the Berserker gives a great boost in strength because of the class, but also I think Arthur also gives a decent amount. I don't actually remember how if it was like, I think in Awakening it was built together with partly the class, partly the character, but I don't remember if if Fates did that too. Or it was entirely the class bonuses. But even then, as a Cavalier, I don't know if you prefer to go Paladin with him or Great Knight, but as a Great Knight, should also benefit from that. And I think, what did he have supports with? He had supports, friendship supports with, I know he's got supports with Niles. Was the other one Benny? He's got the other ones with Benny, he could be a Great Knight. Not Great Knight, a General. Should give good attack bonuses as well. Of course, that's a lot of effort to put into one character, giving a full friendship support and a full Roman support, but totally within reason if that's something one wants to do. I personally like reclassing too much to not do that, so yeah. Let's see. Chana, break him down. For sure, money grinding map is a great way to also grind supports. I love the money grinding map in Fates, but oh boy do I detest the XP grinding one. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I swore to never complain about the XP grinding map in Fates ever again after I've played the one in Echoes. It's like they're challenging themselves to make the XP grinding maps worse and worse every single time. I really like the XP one in Awakening because it was really straightforward. But I think they considered it too easy. But the thing is, the XP grinding map is not so... You want an XP grinding map because you want to get the XP, you don't want it to be a challenge. So I really liked how simple it was in Awakening. Because the thing is, my playstyle is actually... I don't know if I could still do it in streams, and obviously can't do it with the older games, but in the in the 3DS games, my playstyle was to use every single unit. So I also always grinded up, I always changed up my units and then checked the enemy's levels to compare my units' levels to and then grind them up comparatively. That I actually used the entire army of 40 people or whatever and constantly changed out my units. Was my playstyle, at least for Let's Plays, because you got the time to do that. Because you can just grind off screen. I don't know if that would make sense for streams or if I wanted to devote time to that for streams. But yeah, that's one thing. So I don't like it when the XP maps are really absurd and bad and hard. Because they're supposed to give you XP, they're supposed to reward you for buying it with real money. Why are they punishing us if all we want is get the XP? There are other DLC I can play for the challenge. To be fair, I do prefer the Fates money DLC over the Awakening one. Because the Awakening one was them just running away, all of them, and you just had to hit them, basically. It's pretty similar in Fates, but at least there's some that will try to attack you instead. There's a system. There's more spawning. Oh baby, just a thought. They're at it again. How stupid can these nobles get? I'll never understand what fun it is fighting all the time. Oh well, I'll take the opportunity to swipe what I can. I'm gonna rush in. I'm gonna get you, girl. Oh wait, you're moving up? Oh, you're going for this treasury. Oh, much appreciated, thank you. I'm gonna steal your lockpick again. And stuff. Right, yeah. That's true. I usually don't put characters without weapons into my castle. I never considered that, because I didn't really... In Birthright and Revelations you can just... Except for when you are still beginner level. In the later levels, when you get closer towards promotion, you can just jump into that one snow map, which is the one where first fight alongside Ryoma. You can just spawn enemies there, and they barely drop any XP, and they just rush into you. Yeah, for the early game, it's more effective that way, definitely. And also, they do not give you any XP in comparison. Well, they give you one, but it's not. It's very different from whether they give you 0 when you don't defeat them. They might. I don't actually remember. I think I consider searching for different castles all the time too much of a hassle, because you can't just revisit the same one multiple times a day, which is a shame. But yeah, definitely, in theory, would would probably be the more effective one. I just copied what someone else did and go into the snow map at the very beginning things. 14 defense, nice. Let's get rid of the mage and rescue someone else out. Oh, my mage is too far away to do that. Speed of 6, speed of 2, so you double, unless your weapon slows you down. Nope, it doesn't. Their attack power 15, 18, 18, 17. Okay. Can't do it this way. I could, or I guess I could try to do it this way. Sure. So there's an archer here too, right? Yeah. That's fair. I don't know if I guess it's my play style. When I reclass and stuff like that, I want to have I don't want to reach a max weapon level. I want to reach a decent weapon level. Though max weapon levels are pretty beneficial if you actually want to be able to use pretty special weapons, because with my playstyle of I give myself decent weapon ranks from the reclassing, but it's still probably lower than what my character would have if they had just stuck to their original class and used that weapon instead. Not in the grinding, but just in the regular chapters. And since I keep on switching around my characters, they're not gonna have so much weapon EXP in general. Yeah, I get that. That's grinding up weapon levels is just generally a good idea, but maybe I should do it more often. Right. Lance. Can you reach Lance? No, you can't. Did you heal up Lance? Okay, Deke. Rutger. Saul. Chad. Astor. Here we go. Yes, run into Jared, and all of you will die. Actually, you guys can take the 2 hits. That's good. It's actually very good. You're running into Barf. Is Barf a decent unit? Got a lot of defense. Oh, you're dead. It's really interesting how in the older games, the soldiers are always super weak. Like, you just see the class and you know they're gonna be underwhelming. It's not like that in the newer games. They're not necessarily weak. Well, especially in Awakening DLC, I guess. That's true. I guess if you save the castle, if you have saved a few castles that have that kind of style, it's not gonna be much of a hassle, or if you know the keywords to finding the specific castles. You know, there's specific keywords for finding castles with skills and stuff like that, which I very much like. In my Conquest Let's Play, I was actually skill hunting. My characters were fully equipped, all my characters were fully equipped with their own sets of skills that I specifically handpicked, which was fun. Then I found out that Astra in Conquest sucks. When at the Great Wall against an archer, my Percy triggered Astra against, well, an archer, and the archers have counter. Then I had to reset because Astra killed my unit. Yeah. Yeah, the castle feature is definitely great. Really curious what Three Houses got in sense of something comparable to that. I mean, they've got to have something since Fates had something. I mean, it would be surprising if Three Houses had absolutely nothing, right? I got no clue if it does, but would be really surprising if it had literally nothing. Still probably gonna be pseudo region locked though. Well, actually maybe not, because, well, no, it's still, the consoles may not be region locked, but the accounts are region locked, so maybe from what I hear with the Switch. Yeah, I was in my Conquest run, when I used everyone, I literally used everyone, so I had to do some investment into Gunter. Obviously, you're not going to find castles with Gunter running around, so what I did instead was, well, in the file itself, I gave Gunter a lot of stat boosters to make him at least somewhat on par, and I started a rush through file of it had to be Conquest, of course, because that's the only path where you can marry Gunter, to give him the skills that he needed. Specifically, I forgot what it was called, the general skill where you can't get doubled. Such a shame that it didn't have that in this standard class set, because if you actually want to use him in Conquest, that skill is the only thing that can make him somewhat viable. Still need to invest a lot into him, but if he doesn't even have that, he's not going to be viable in any sense. Let's see, Roy, 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, very fighter, right. I haven't played Heroes in a while. Actually stopped, so I don't really remember. I mean, if I played Heroes, I would definitely still remember all the skills because it exists there too, but couldn't you reach either way? I don't really have much of a choice who to give the skill to. No one really can reach, so sure, Jared. Very Fight is a wonderful skill. Definitely something you want on any Benny. Drop. Because oh boy, can Benny be slow. In my very first run of Conquest, which a Benny was just the standard class, I capped out with, what was it? I need to boot up the game. Just out of curiosity, would Fates even be inserted into my 3DS right now? Currently is Fates. I guess I could take a look. While continuing playing. Curious now. I know I've screenshotted it somewhere, but his defense, not defense, his speed kept so insanely low that what was the weapon? Was it Great Club or Ryoma's Club? One of them reduced speed by 5, and he was getting close to 0. From what I remember. I'm gonna have to take a look what his speed was like. I hope I still got the save file. Who can you reach? Of course. Rescue. We're here. Items, equip the javelin. Perfect. You can go over there and take drop. There we go. Right, Lilina. Let's see. That must be the one. Nice crit, good job, Shanna. Strength, skill, and res. Nice. Oh. Oh, you're gonna start attacking Lilina, are you? Why did you unlock the door? Just because you could? I mean, that's nice, but I don't really... Right, okay, the weapon was Ryoma's club. Right, speed -5, so that Benny got a speed stat of 8. And he's level 20, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, level 20 general, so 40 level 40 character with a speed of 8. Oh boy. And with Ryoma's club a speed of 3. And Ryoma's club was his go-to weapon, so yeah. Definitely. I actually once had a file. I did that out of curiosity, a Revelations file that I'd never finished, where I put characters into all sorts of random classes in which they were not supposed to be, not at all supporting their growth rates. Obviously I did some really bad things intentionally, but there, unlock the door. Blackbrand, cool. The butler Benny was not one of those where it was like, yeah, that's gonna be intentionally bad, just to see how much I can do with this. No, that was more like the Onmyoji. It was more like the Onmyoji Tsubaki, for example. But yeah. Having things like that. Butler Benny with absolutely terrible strength growth, because Benny's strength growth is not that great, and in a class like that, he does not gain too much from it. Especially spending level ups in a healer class. And his speed is abysmal, so there's no way. He loses out on a lot of his potential tankiness. Also, thank you for unlocking the door for me. That's very kind of you. Hey there. Let's see. It just so happened to stand on top of this treasure. Oh, Knight's Crest. Okay. You need to walk. You have 6 spaces of movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect, you can't reach any treasure. No, the treasure's still reachable. You just need to enter the room. Alright. You over there. Not many more can fit into that room, but luckily not many more have to. There we go. Make your way for the treasure. Oh, alright, inventory full. I was gonna say, you're not faster than me, are you? Take Lightbrand and Vulnerary. Steal a lockpick. Talk to Kath. It's you! Ah, you again. Fancy meeting you here. Hahaha. You're a thief. You shouldn't steal, it's not right. Ah, it's fine, I only take from the rich. No one's gonna starve or anything. That doesn't make it any better. Oh really? Then let me offer you this. You nobles take food and money from people living in what you call your land. How is tax collection any different than tribute to a bandit? You protect the people in return. You do not. You kill them like in wars like this. We didn't start this war. Byrne invaded, so we had to defend the people. You can't just do anything. You can't just do anything you want and say you're defending us. How does burning down villages help us anyway? Burning down villages? We never... Wait a minute. Was your... My village was burned down to the ground by our Marquess. He said that he had to do it to prepare for Byrne's attack. But that's... We always had barely enough to get by, and then we lost everything. Our homes, our crops. And here you come saying it's wrong to steal? Ha, look who's talking. The nobility steals from the poor so you can live in luxury at our expense. I don't know what to say. Don't get gloomy. I really don't like talking about how pitiful we are anyway. But you started it. To heck with this. It's no fun stealing after a conversation like that. I'm out of here, ta-ta. Oh, I will recruit you. Just you wait. Your thief friend will die, because he's got no face portrait. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see. Board. Over there. Go over here. I'm torn. I want to use Lilina because Lilina is Hector's daughter and a lord, basically. But I'm already using an anima mage. Yes, for now I can use both. I really don't want to drop Lou though, because he's been getting a lot of good level ups. Unlike many other characters. Okay, you can move. You can go over here. Steal her lockpick. Steel Revelry. Be free to get out of there. Okay, you give Lina this fire tome, I guess. That way she does carry around a weapon at least. Down there. Go gear. This way. There we are. Reinforcements, okay. Unlock. Killer Bro, nice. Hellfire. Cool, cool. Right, I had a steel sword that I wanted to give to Rutger actually. Here, take the steel sword and let's put away the steel blade. Let's see. That tile. Attack power 16. Speed of 6. Oh boy. That could be better. This tile here. Speed of 6. I double. Because I don't get slowed down. Weapon slows him down by 2. So the speed is 4 actually. Steel slows her down by 4. Which is not enough to double. It'll be fine. Go over there. There we go. Oh wait. There was no thief that spawned over here anywhere. Good. Plants. Leaf. I think this last chapter I can do for today. It's getting real late. But the game's fun. I hope late game isn't gonna increase the amount of time each chapter takes by 200%. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Retreat a bit. Get you healed up, Sue. I'm really curious when they're gonna drop the next Echoes game on us. Because I'd be surprised if it weren't at least in the very, very early stages already. Maybe they're actually waiting until Three Houses is entirely finished until they start developing on something else, but it would just be surprising if they've got nothing planned at least, I guess. I'm sure they've got an idea on what to start with at least once, the latest once Three Houses is finished. Unless they are gonna wait until all DLC is done too. Which I assume there will be. Because Modern Fire Emblem, they can get a lot of money out of that. Hopefully every single DLC will be translated, unlike in Fates. Not that I've played all the Fates DLC yet, but still a shame that not every single one translated. This, that. If I'm here, next to that, only this enemy can reach. Your defense is pretty good, right? Yeah, 7. Okay, yeah, well, not insanely good, but for that number of enemies that can reach you, it's fine. Oh, the enemy doubles you that way. No, thanks. Then here. You can stay there. Rutger. Oh yeah, you two could talk. That's a good idea. And turn. Hi there. Let's get Roy a level up. Oh, there were even more reinforcements. For some reason I did not notice that. There were new spawns. Another sign that it's a good idea to stop after this one. Oh, nice crit. Good job, Lou. Level up. Come on, get another good level up, you deserve it. Good enough, definitely. It's a very good one, actually. Can you... Oh, that's 50% of the HP. Too bad. Okay, Roy. Strike. Weaken this one down a bit. Ooh. That's a nice color palette. Like that. Though generally a few of these characters have really nice color palettes. I love to see those characters with modern 3D models. I mean, I don't assume they would be 3DS, but rather not Wii U, Switch. I guess that could be another reason why there's no Echoes game announced yet. Unless they're gonna do it for the 3DS. First finishing a Wii U. Why do I keep saying Wii U? A Switch game first, before starting on the next one. Even if it's just an Echoes game. Might be for the best. Heal broke. Yep, you're fine there. That's fine. Yeah. Not surprised. Rutger can do this. Oh yeah, Crit, please. Dodge, please. Not surprised that neither of those things happened. But the enemy was not too strong, so fine. Okay. Rescue, Rutger. Get back out of there. Ogier. Take. Drop off. You can't reach anyone. You can reach him, but that's fine. Lou's fine. But let's heal him regardless. Okay, good. Alright. Oh, you stay there, Lou? Even more reinforcements. Wow. The game gonna start showing its true colors. In the same sense of the unlimited reinforcements of Fire Emblem 7. Okay. There we go. Goodbye. Okay, Sue. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. 1, 2. You gotta push forward. HP, strength, and speed. Nice. Weapon rank up too. Nice. Okay, Jared. Use the hammer. Sure. Oh, Killer Lance. Yeah, good call. Call me. Okay, let's see, where can these guys reach? All the way over there. Got a javelin, of course. I do that, but... Wait. I don't want to risk being attacked by archers. Problem. Okay, Rutger. Yes. Heal with heal. Level up for Saul. Come on, be a good one. Ah, bad. Well, fine. Please stop tossing more reinforcements my way. Thank you. Well, maybe they come later? No, I think they come at the start of the enemy turn. Good job dodging that. That will reduce the amount of hammer durability I waste. You're gonna attack from afar? There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. Right. Let's get you... and bow. That's enough. Get you down. Goodbye. Yeah. I need to finish soon. Getting real sleepy there. Yes, that was a fusion out of here and there. In case you wondered if why it sounded like there. And no, it was not intentional. I'm just sleepy. Fire. Nice. 12 HP left. Oh. That'll do. One. And two. I'm definitely gonna heal her up. You'll probably not die even, yeah, there'll probably not be any, archer reinforcements, but better safe than sorry. Would want my flyer to fall because of something stupid. Whew. Yeah, I can't stop yawning. Okay. One. Two. Yeah. Okay, good. You're not attacking him. Meaning the hand axe won't get too used up. Okay, Lou. Goodbye. Good job, Lou. Okay, Sue. The rest, 0. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So he has a javelin, technically. In theory. Good. Let's get rid of that one. Don't you dare give me enemy reinforcements from the back. I have Lance block of one side and Ogier the other. Just in case. You rescue her. Take, drop. Just so that I can get Wendy into safety as well. Rutger. Clarice. Wait. Oh. Air Caliber. That basically wind? No, it's a good one. Well, I can do that too. Deal damage. Wow, nice dodge. Ouch. Okay, Deke. Finish it. Good job. Right. Here we go. Heal up Sue. Here we go. I think my room's also kind of running out of proper air. Ah, good hit. Bad. Say goodbye. Dodge, please. Good job, Sue. Sue's definitely doing a good job. Heal speed, luck. Eek. Alright, I gave the armor slayer to Rutger. Trade. Here. Take it back. One had a javelin though. So that's probably what he'll use. On Deke. Right, let's send Chad over to the left. You'll need some protection though, Shanna. Lou. Roy. Even though Roy's not much of a protection, he'll be some help. Saul, you go over here. Melnus, you too. No surprise. Finish him. Down you go. Oh. One of those again, huh? That I can live with. Enemy that carries around two different weapons. One easily deceived. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Wow, is he fast? Dogs of the Lycian army, come. I shall cut you down where you stand. Leggings. You will surely fall. How do you do? It's fine. The enemy can't crit. Let's just get Deke out of there. Rescue. Rescue. There we go. Take. Drop. Heal up. Deke. Okay, there, and turn. Yeah, drop him. Yeah, that'll do. Good job hitting. Good job dodging. 5 HP left. Right, let's just trade. Take the armor slayer. Let's have Rutger take it. Come on, Rutger. Good job. How? You will only be crushed by burn. How can you fight? Can you fight with such conviction? I forgot the voice, but I'm kind of too mentally exhausted. One, two. Oh, cool! An illusion whip. Is it already time for promotional items? 3 silver axe. Fruit book. Cease. We finally retaken the castle, Alina. I don't think I had two of them talk. Oh well. Thank you, Roy. I'm glad my father didn't have to go to the trouble. Through the trouble, probably. Roy, is my father still in Raven? I heard there was a horrible battle there. But how much longer will he be? Lena, you haven't heard? Heard what? Lord Hector passed on. What? I'm sorry. By the time we arrived at Castle Raffen, it was already under Byrne's control. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. Lord Hector has been fatally wounded when we arrived. If only we had gotten there sooner, we could have helped him. No, I was prepared for this. I'm the daughter of a warrior. I've been taught to steel myself in times such as these. Lelina. Everybody kept it from me. They didn't want to hurt me. But I'm strong. I can handle this. Lelina, you don't have to hold back. Roy, We'll get through this. I'm here for you. Chapter 8X. Okay. Roy vowed to protect Lelina. Yeah. But that's where we'll stop. That's it for this time. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Basically next week or tomorrow with the Bloodborne stream. Until then, bye bye.